The biggest barriers that we see is living, right? So a lot of these individuals, they're going through even our treatment programs, right? They're going through these long-term treatment programs. They're really establishing themselves within the community. They're getting jobs, starting to save money, starting to grow in their recovery, really building community where they're establishing their roots. And then having nowhere to go after. So we're taking individuals that have now just started to find themselves and find a new life and really establish their recovery and start to really feel comfortable with where they are, and then removing them from that environment because there's nowhere for them to go. I think it's one of the worst things. I think we wonder, well, why is there recidivism? Why is there continued relapse after people have been in a year-long treatment program or a 2-year-long treatment program? Well, we're getting them help. They're getting well in our community, and then we're ripping them from that community because there's nowhere for them to go. And so when they're ready to transition, or they're done with their treatment and they're wanting to transition and wanting to take their next steps, but want to keep their job, want to stay in the community, but have nowhere that will either accept them because of their criminal history, or don't have the money to support themselves in this county or really other counties, to have to take them and move them to more rural areas that have less resources. You know, they're getting housing, but now they have less access to treatment, to transportation, to jobs, and having to feel like they're completely starting over, I think has been a huge barrier for individuals continuing into long-term sustainable recovery.